G'day everybody, Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms and welcome to episode 76 of Cultivate Farms TV. So we take you behind the scenes of what we're doing to make it possible for you to own a farm, to let you know we're working every day to find pathways to get you inspired and to help regional communities bring back the very best people onto farms. This week, merchandise, how to be a walking billboard for your dream farm. Keeping your farmer details up to date and why you should do that. Our 1 year anniversary for Freeland Pork today. An Arceus partnership announcement. How retiring farmers can unlock their vision for their farm. Paying for a farm advisor to get yourself farm ready. I think that is a ripper. We have the world's largest collection of free ideas on farm ownership, free practical ideas. We just realised that the other day. We have a new farm available, Grafton Dairy Farm in New South Wales, and 26 farms on the database ready for you to take hold of and get onto your farm. Let's get started. We have we're creeping towards 1,000 members. We're still 140 off. That won't be far away. We'll be there. 160, 21 new members since the last time we did an update. If you aren't a member, please sign up now. You can sign up while you're watching or listening. Maybe not if you're driving and listening. Make a mental note to do that. There are so many benefits. There's free, there's paid membership. Obviously, we'd love you to be paid, not only because that helps us keep the doors open, but because there are so many benefits to you. One of them being we work through your own farm ownership pathway plan. There is Mercado market analysis membership for free. Arceus, who I'll announce a partnership about in a second, are offering a 10% discount. And we notify you directly of farm ownership opportunities that we can't promote publicly. Why wouldn't you sign up? Get on there and do it. You can create a private account as well if you're worried about having your details out and about for whatever reason. There can be many. Merchandise for Cultivate Farms. You can be a walking, talking billboard for your farm ownership dreams. And maybe you could be buying this merchandise for someone else that you think should be doing that. We've created it. So here's my shirt I'm wearing right now, Cultivate Farms. You can promote us. I left another one on the ground. But we've been creating these shirts with its slogans on them for you to be that billboard, for you to increase the chances of someone knowing that you want to own a farm and for them going, wow, Brian wants to own a farm. I think I know someone. So we've got slogans like turning dreamers into farmers. You can own a farm, farm entrepreneur. We're after ideas from you on what slogans you want on your shirt and what you're willing to wear. We really advise you do this because we just want more tactics, more ways for you to get on your farm. Who knows who could be reading your shirt, and it could be that extra way of getting someone interested in your farming dreams. You can solve a problem for them just by wearing that shirt, being a bit cheeky so that you can own a farm. The link is here to go check out the shop, but please have a think about it. Also, if you're watching live, please shout out, write live or say g'day on the messages as well. Let's get the word out about what we're doing and get more people inspired. Keep your farmer details up to date. So you can create a profile on Cultivate Farms, which is probably the #1 action you need to do if you're thinking about owning a farm. In there, you can write down your farming preferences, your location of where you want to farm, your skills and why you think your farm ownership ready. And that is what a lot of people read. We use this data to filter when farm opportunities come to us, and we send it off to retiring farmers, especially to retiring farmers who are just dabbling with this idea of transitioning ownership to kids that aren't their own. And we say, well, here's a list, just have a look at them and get to feel for who's out there. And we're finding that's really valuable for them to give confidence to go ahead. So if you don't have your details updated, if you don't have your preferences clarified, we won't be able to filter you and you won't be in front of people who could potentially back you onto your farm. So please do get your details updated. We send you an email about once a year just to refresh you and refresh your mind to go and update it. So I can't encourage you enough. Get on there and review. Investors are looking at your profiles as well. So you never know, again, who is looking. So please get on and update your profile and create a profile if you haven't done so already. Today, the 5th of June, 2019, is a 1 year anniversary of Freeland Pork being established on their farm in Kyabram. So Mark and Claire Coates The first aspiring farmers that we matched with an investor have been through a whole year. It's been an amazing year. We sit on as the chair of the board and just help provide advice and support as needed, and support with the relationship between them and the investor. The investor loves what they've been a part of in this farm. Absolutely love it. You can see it in their eyes when they talk about Claire and Mark, that they've backed a real entrepreneur, and they're very confident with their investment and want to see them smash it out of the park, which they're doing. And I just think it's massive what they're doing. They've got 3 young kids. They're starting a new enterprise on a business, or continuing enterprise onto a new farm. They're building farmers markets. They've got over 30 farmers markets they go to across Victoria. They're sorting out how to understand this new bit of dirt, setting up their systems and processes to be more efficient, and they're profitable. It's just amazing. They're the type of farmers we want to keep backing, and we will keep backing. But I encourage you, please follow them on Instagram. Sorry, Freeland Pork is their tag, and they're documenting their journey. And we'll do an update in early July. We're going to go do a planning day, and I'll get Mark and Claire in front of the camera to talk about what's happened this year, what they've learned, what they've struggled with, and what their plans are for next year. We have established a partnership with Arceus Australia. They are a farm advisory organisation who are well respected, been around since the 80s, set up by Terry McCosco, who's a bit of a legend in agriculture. And they provide, I guess, holistic farm advice across the country. And again, very well respected. We get a lot of people saying we should be doing a partnership with them, and we've done it. So the core of the partnership is that for any premium member, you get a 10% discount to training offered by RCS, which we've calculated is well over above what you pay as a premium member. So straight away you can get your money back by signing up to this and jumping onto an RCS course. Tim Hicks did a course the other day, absolutely loved it. It was I think it was a 6-day event up at Wagga Wagga, New South Wales. He loved it. He's applying it now. So many people think they are on the money, and that's why we're excited partnering with them. They're also out there. They've got amazing networks across the country, so they're going to be helping find farm ownership opportunities for you guys. They're going to help us when we have retiring farmers who want farmers to help find farmers to jump on those properties. But we are very, very happy to be partnering with RCS, and I think it's going to be a win-win for us and for you, aspiring farmers and retiring farmers. This is a message for farmers who are thinking about stepping back from your farm. When we talk to retiring farmers, the first thing we say is, what is your vision for the farm? Don't worry about how that vision might be realised. We just want to know, what's your vision for the farm? What is the vision for yourselves and your involvement in that farm? And from there, we can work backwards. So to get that vision out of farmers, we've developed 7 questions that were listed here, and I'll go through them in a second, that we want you to think about before we start unpacking ways of potentially transitioning ownership or whatever the solution might be. We don't care what your vision is for the farm. We just want to know you've got one. We're not here to tell you what that vision should be. We just, again, want to make sure you've got one, and we can work backwards to help you realise that vision. Sometimes that vision would lead to transitioning ownership to a kid or kids not your own. Sometimes it means just selling and walking away. Fantastic. That is fantastic. We're not here. We don't care. Just as long as you've got that vision. So here's some questions to help you unpack it and work through. So please share this around to anyone you think is wanting to step back. So 1, do you want to own the land 100% forever and ensure your kids have ownership? So if you're thinking about handing to kids that aren't your own, and you have kids who don't want it, there's still arrangements that you can have where your kids can have the first option to buy the land back, or can be involved as directors on the board. There's so many creative solutions. But first off, do you want to own the land 100% forever? If yes, fantastic. If you're happy to share ownership, fantastic as well. But knowing that and being clear about that is probably the number 1 thing. If you are happy to share ownership, is it a certain amount? And is it the business or the land? And is it for how long? Is it you want to be bought out in 10 years, or you want to be half the land purchased in 10 years, or you want to be bought out straight away? Whatever it is, fantastic. It's just understanding those timelines. Knowing that is such a freeing thing for you to be able to move forward and find the right people to get around you. What timeline do you want to be involved in the farm? So do you want to hang around and maybe be employed or be part of the ongoing management, or sit as the chairperson for the operation? What are those timelines? Is it immediate, you want to step back, or are you happy to transition and do less of the hands-on work over time. How much involvement do you want in the farming? So at least that question around, do you want to be out there in the paddocks doing the work, or you want to be stepping back? Do you want to live on the farm, or how often do you want to visit the farm? They're key questions as well. Are you happy to maybe want to move into town, or maybe there's a plot on the property you can build a house? Understanding how much you want to be physically connected to the farm is a key one as well. What are you nervous about with the potential of sharing farm ownership? This probably is the number one blocker for a lot of retiring farmers, is thinking, oh, I'm going to get somebody who doesn't share my values and won't love this farm as much as I do. We do not want that for you. We want you to be completely comfortable with any person you're backing onto your farm. So list all the things that you're nervous about, and we can work backwards to make sure that those outcomes are not realised. And then lastly, do you have financial pressures which mean you need to get some money up front, or a certain amount of money every year if you're transitioning ownership through vendor finance or some sort of equity arrangement? Just figure out what your financial needs and also your tax implications. Talk to your accountant. Knowing what you need out of this financially is a key one, and also will help dictate what sort of farm you can get. So some farmers have money in the bank ready to go, others don't. Again, it's based on relationships, but that will help to determine who we should be headhunting to farm with you. So please think about those 7 questions. We'll help you work through scenarios to realise that vision. But again, getting you to understand what is your vision for the farm is just so critical. And something we want all farmers to be thinking about. Paying a farm advisor, this is for aspiring farmers, paying a farm advisor to get yourself farm ready, we think this is a ripper. We spoke to an aspiring farmer the other day who said, oh yeah, I've just employed or contracted a farm advisor who's going to help me on my farm ownership journey. They don't have a farm right now. This farm advisor to figure out what type of farm they should be getting, how they can run it so it's going to be profitable, and how do they get the networks to find those opportunities to lease or lease to buy or whatever it might be. So good. I think it ticks so many boxes, and it helps help you get on your farm ownership pathway and make it so much quicker. So please have a think about it. There's a bunch of benefits. I think one, you have someone who's on your side that you can nut out all the details and all the things you're nervous about and excited about with your farm ownership pathway plan. You've got someone who understands farming and can help you nut out those details. You'll build your knowledge on what is a profitable farm. This farm advisor obviously knows how to run a good farm, or otherwise they wouldn't be in business. So they can help you work through that. This is a really great idea. If you're an aspiring farmer and need support to get onto your farm, we strongly recommend that you get a farm advisor on board. It's just going to look good for so many reasons. We had an aspiring farmer the other day say that they've just engaged a farm advisor onto their team, and they haven't got a farm yet, but they're going to use them to find farm ownership opportunities. So there are so many benefits in that. You will have someone on your side to discuss farm options and your farm ownership plan. You'll build your knowledge around what's profitable. This advisor obviously has a job because they are good, and they're going to know what works and what doesn't, and they'll give you that advice as you're going through. You'll have more eyes and ears out there for farm ownership opportunities. This person is embedded into the community and no doubt knows retiring farmers and even investors, and you've got an extra person vouching that you are legitimately awesome and could open more doors to ownership. You will get credibility for any onlookers who see that you really want this. I mean, who pays for an advisor when you don't have a farm? Nobody, only the best. You. It's going to make you stand out. For investors and retiring farmers as well, they're going to love it. They're going to go, well, why would I back this person? Well, because for the last 3 years, they've been paying for a farm advisor to get them farm ownership ready. What a good story. And also, I think lastly, you're going to be less likely to be ripped off when opportunities come to you. You'll have someone on your side going, yeah, that sounds great, or nah, run away from that opportunity for whatever reason. But again, you've got those people on your side. I think it's a great thing. So please think about getting a farm advisor. What a ripper idea. The world's largest collection of free farm ownership pathway ideas. That is what we have at Cultivate Farms. We've realized this. We've been building this up for the last 3 years of free content, blogs, YouTubes, these posts, newsletters, everything is just on the web, ready for you to gobble up and use. There's nothing like this in the world. We've spent this time researching across the world to try and find practical, real world solutions to own a farm. It's a big ask. It's a complex thing to do, but we're trying to break it down and making a pathway, I guess, for you to get onto your farm through ideas and tactics around building relationships with retiring farmers and investors to get you onto your farm. So I just want you to realize that that is what we're offering here. We realized the other day talking about what we're doing, and just wanted to emphasize it to you. In America and Canada, they have a few organizations out there focused on young farmers and farm ownership, but nothing quite like what we've got around these practical ideas. And I just want to encourage you, take advantage of this. We're in the age of the internet. You don't have to buy a book. You don't have to do anything other than get on YouTube, which you're on anyway, and search how to own my farm. What are the tactics? We have, I think, 300 at least videos up there with podcasts. So please, please, please take advantage of it. If you do want to own a farm, if you are real about this, get this content in your head and start acting on all the ideas we've got for you. You're welcome. Let's get you on your farm. Grafton Dairy Farm in New South Wales. We have a new farm available. This is a ripper, just like all the rest are. It's a dairy farm. It's a 117 hectare dairy farm linked to a dairy processing facility, which is really exciting. This means you'll be selling direct to customers. So you're working also with a schmick business operation that's fully from end to end in getting the milk from the cow to the consumer. So the owners are keen for you to invest up front. So this may eliminate the opportunity for some aspiring farmers who don't have money in the bank or who don't have access to some form of bank debt. They don't want the whole thing. They just want a portion of it. So if you have some money in the bank, you want to take the next step in your farm ownership dreams, and you love the idea of having a dairy farm in Grafton, this is for you. Even if you don't quite meet all the criteria, please do apply anyway. You never know that how arrangements might fall out. They'll love you, no doubt, and they'll want to work through some sort of solution. So check it out, Dairy Farm in Grafton, New South Wales. And we have 26 farm ownership opportunities across Australia ready for you to jump onto. We added the dairy farm onto that list. We've got a sheep and wildflower operation in WA, a couple of Tassie new ones the last couple of weeks in Tassie. They're all over the country. Please do check the list out. Again, if none of them don't quite meet your criteria, please spread the word. But also, if none of these quite meet your criteria, I'd still encourage you to think about it. You probably can't get onto your ideal farm straight away, but you could be using these farms or a farm as a stepping stone to your dream farm. Think about it that way. Think about the opportunities that you'd get by being on one of these farms with a retiring farmer or a farm entrepreneur who wants to back you, how many networks, how many business skills, etc. you're going to create by being on that farm. Gang, let's get you farming, and we'll speak soon. Thank you for your attention and for watching this video. Click here or somewhere to watch more of our videos. If you're new here, please do subscribe. We want more of your attention. We want to get you inspired to get onto your farm. Let's get you farming.